Welcome back to the channel, fam. Today, we are diving into one of the most polarizing figures in Nigeria's 10th Senate, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Is she a villain tearing down the system or a heroine fighting for her people? Her rising profile has everyone talking, from the streets of Kogi Central to the halls of the National Assembly.
I personally vehemently reject the outcome of this election. I reject the announcement of the APC candidate as the leader of this election. It was a shameful conduct.
This is my land. I am the daughter of late Papa Jim Akpabio.
She's bold, she's different, and she's got a recall process hanging over her head. Oh, and did I mention the Kogi state government tried to stop her from coming home, only for her constituents to roll out the red carpet on April 1st, 2025? Buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. So, who is Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan? She is the senator representing Kogi Central, a lawyer and a fierce advocate who stormed into the 10th Senate in November 2023 after a dramatic court victory overturned the initial election results.
Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, your team in Kogi have failed. And I join the voices of many other Nigerians to complain bitterly about the conduct of this election. I personally looked forward to a great improvement, especially considering the fact that this is your second and final term as a chairman. This is a woeful performance, sir. Because believe me, if you look at the video of the collation center in Ajakuta, you would think it's a war zone. There were hundreds of army officials, hundreds of DSS personnel, hundreds of police, even the Navy were there. Most of them brought by the governor, Yaya Bello.
Unlike many of her colleagues, Natasha didn't come in quietly. She's not your typical senator.
I will live every day intentionally.
It has not been an easy journey. It's just that I had it all, I kept it all inside. It's not been an easy journey. The empowerments you saw here, the police stations that we built, the schools we're rehabilitating, the numerous water projects, it had to take a whole lot of lobbying amongst my colleagues, ministers, and many others to get this project to you. It's not as if they were given on the platter of gold. I went out there in Abuja and I worked for you. I used the office that you gave me to work for your good. But as I worked, I created enemies. As I worked diligently, as I brought the dividends of democracy to you, I created enemies among some of my colleagues. There were some that felt I subjected them to ridicule. They told me, Natasha, your empowerments, by your empowerments, you're making our constituents insult us. So I kept on apologizing to them.
Where others might play safe, she's been vocal, unapologetic, and ready to ruffle feathers. What sets her apart? For one, her focus. While some senators are busy with party politics or grandstanding, Natasha has been pushing hard on issues like poverty, infrastructure, and education in Kogi Central. She's empowered youths and women with programs that have locals buzzing. Think skills training and community projects.
I have had to sit back and ask myself, what have I done wrong? Should I have kept quiet, maybe? But whatever it is, I know that if that time ever comes, whereby you will have to face the verification of the signatures, I trust that you will speak your truth. That you gave your mandate to Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, and you are not ready to lose her as your senator till the year 2027. And if we decide to continue, we will still win again if we decide.
But it's not just her actions, it's her style. She is direct, sometimes confrontational, and doesn't shy away from calling out what she sees as injustice, even if it means clashing with heavyweights like Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Love her or hate her, Natasha is not here to blend in.
I know that if that time ever comes, whereby you will have to face the verification of the signatures, I trust that you will speak your truth. That you gave your mandate to Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan.
Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the recall process. In March 2025, a group of Kogi Central constituents kicked off a campaign to oust Natasha from the Senate.
The entire people of Kogi Central have lost confidence in her because of her gross misconduct in the Senate that led us to a 6-month suspension where Kogi Central will not be represented at the National Assembly, the Senate arm.
They claim she's been more trouble than she's worth, citing her 6-month suspension from the Senate over alleged misconduct and a messy feud with Akpabio, whom she accused of sexual harassment. The petitioners, backed by over 250,000 signatures, say she's lost their confidence. But here's where it gets juicy. Natasha's camp fired back, calling the recall a politically motivated hit job. Her lawyer, Victor Giwa, pointed fingers at the Kogi state government, alleging they are pulling strings with help from ex-governor Yahaya Bello and even Akpabio himself. And get this, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, flagged the petition for missing key details like proper contact info, sparkling debates about its legitimacy. Some say constituents were tricked into signing under the guise of an empowerment program. Others argue it's a genuine grassroots revolt. So, is this a case of a senator feeling her people or a power play to silence a rising star? You tell me in the comments. Fast forward to late March 2025. With the recall battle heating up, the Kogi state government dropped a bombshell. They imposed a curfew and banned public gatherings in OKLGA, Natasha's home stop. The official line to maintain peace and stability, but many saw it as a blatant move to keep Natasha from connecting with her base. Roads were blocked, rallies were outlawed, and the police were on high alert. Natasha herself called it a plot cooked up by Akpabio and Yahaya Bello to clip her wings. Then came April 1st, 2025. Defying the ban, Natasha touched down in Okene via helicopter, and the reception electric. Hundreds of supporters from all 5 local government areas in Kogi Central flooded the Hima, waving flags, dancing to local tunes, and chanting her name. She waved a Nigerian flag, danced with the crowd, and declared, "No chain can bind me." It was a middle finger to the restrictions, a moment that screamed, "My people still have my back." Critics say it was reckless, fans say it was heroic. Either way, it's a scene that's got Nigeria talking. So where does this leave us? Is Natasha a villain? Her detractors say she's a loose cannon, picking fights, embarrassing Kogi Central on the global stage with allegations, and dodging accountability with court injunctions against the recall. They argue her suspension and the recall push prove she's more drama than results. Or is she a heroine? Her supporters paint a different picture. A fearless woman standing up to a corrupt system, delivering for her people and refusing to be silenced. They point to her empowerment initiatives and the massive turnout on April 1st as proof she's got the heart of Kogi Central. In a Senate often accused of being a rubber stamp, Natasha's defiance makes her a rare breed. The truth? It's messy. She's not perfect, but she's not invisible either. Her rising profile isn't just about controversy, it's about shaking up a status quo that's left many Nigerians frustrated. And that's the story of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan so far. Villain or heroine? I'm leaving that up to you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the recall will succeed? Or is Natasha here to stay? If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. We are keeping it real, breaking it down and bringing you the stories that matter. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.